Yo, 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 what's good, YouTube land? This is your boy Toggy Ambassador, man, with OG Fitness Room. You know what I'm saying? Got my boy out of Jersey.
What's up? It's Robbie. Got a big guest.
Yeah, how you feeling, man?
Excited?
Yeah, me too, Brody. Been trying to get this brother on for a long minute. You know what I'm saying? We had some hiccups and some delays on both ends. You know what I'm saying? Finally got him to pull up, man. This man is a battle rap legend, battle rap icon. I would argue one of the forefathers of the modern style of battle rap that we see on a day-to-day basis. My man got a major label deal back in the day with Universal slash Cash Money, Young Money, made some hits, penned some stuff for some other artists, you know what I'm saying? Kind of went MIA for a little bit, did his own independent thing. And he is back with a vengeance, killing it on these diss tracks, man, the last 3 months. We got my boy Mayweather Millzy, aka JaeMillz.
Yo, what up? What up? What up?
There we go.
What's going on, Mills? How you doing, man? How you feeling?
I appreciate y'all for having me, man. I appreciate y'all for having me. That was a great intro. I love it.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
You know what it is with me right now, man? I love getting a chance to explain where all of this is coming from right now. Because I think a lot of people just think I just be jumping out, just dissing people.
Right.
And that's really not what's happening. You know what I'm saying? What's really happening is people coming at me. They kind of disrespecting my legacy, and I'm kind of just like defending my legacy. And in the midst of me defending my legacy, I rebranded myself. So it kind of all worked hand in hand, you know?
Okay. I'm gonna let Robbie kick it off with the questions, man.
Man, I'm just gonna get to the diss tracks. I mean, it's been a crazy it's been like a month and a half now, like
Yeah.
4 weeks.
Hold on. I don't mean to, but technically, in a few days, in about 4 days, we'll be in another month. So that would be 3 months out of this year.
Damn.
DNA dissed me October.
Yeah.
That's almost a half of a year. It's just I've been going so crazy. Nobody really even paid attention to that. This run been going on since October. Sunday is March. That's a half a year.
Yeah.
That because you said a month and a half, and I was like,
No, yeah, I mean, yeah, with goods and DNA, and yeah.
Nah, but
you.
I get.
Yeah, I was gonna say you've just been killing everyone pretty much. Like at least that's what the audience is saying. That's what the comments are saying. Everything else.
Yeah, they. You know what it is with me? A lot of people saying, "Oh, Millz ain't really had no traction on YouTube before this," and I didn't. I wasn't really paying attention to YouTube that much because I had another YouTube page, and the email that I had attached to that page got hacked. So when that email got hacked, I couldn't get back into the page anymore.
Yeah.
And I was already building. This is like years ago. Like I was building the page, and I kind of like gave up on the whole YouTube thing, right? So when Goods and DNA dissed me, I said, you know what? I don't have the following that they have on YouTube, but I have a following. And if I could bring my following to YouTube in the midst of me defending myself with bars, not like I'm trying to do anything different than what I'm known for. Before you know me as No, or Every Girl in the World or Bedrock, you know Big in My Trouble or what. So I'm a battle rapper before I'm an artist in any generation or in any era. You know what I'm saying? But when I realized, they do like my personality on YouTube. They do want more of this. They want more of the character. They want, and then they was like, I did a few videos with the gloves, and it was like, oh, Black Glove Millz, Black Glove Millz. So I adapted that character, and I just said I'm gonna run with it. You know what I'm saying? And in the midst of running with it, pardon me, I rebranded myself and I built my YouTube page back up, and I created a new following of JaeMillz fans that just as much as they want to see me do these diss tracks for people, they want to see me come in this room and blog. They want to see me come in this room and stream. And if that is a part of my rebrand, then I'm cool with that, because I didn't do it through anything that was goofy. You know, I didn't have to go do anything else other than what y'all know me for. You know, what you, like the intro that you just gave me. You didn't have to put nothing goofy in there.
Right.
You know, that's just all facts. That's my resume right there. You know, and I rebranded myself through the same thing that you knew me for out the gate. So I'm cool with that. You know?
Right on, man.
Yeah. How did you do you are you the only one handling the page?
My YouTube page?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say, like, everything is like the titles, the thumbnails, like the timing, everything's like almost perfect. Like it's so funny. Like,
you know what it is? I think because it's all coming from my mind. So it's like, I direct the videos, right? And I edit the videos. And I record myself. So this is with any song too, but I guess it's just coming to the light now through the battle rap stuff. So I will, just the process of how I go through recording and working, right? I'll get a beat and I'll start thinking of the concept. Or if I want to just rap, I'll just rap. But if I'm thinking of like, this gonna be something that's gonna be like conceptual, I'll have the concept and I'll run through the concept. But as I'm writing it, I'm thinking of what would I wear in this video? Where would I shoot this video at? What type of scenery would I have? So I'm going through all of these different elements of the song or the creation, as you want, if you want to call it. As I'm writing it, I'm thinking about the video, the location of the video, what I'm gonna wear, if I want to shoot it in the day or the nighttime, if I want this to be a black and white video or a color video. Do I want to wear dark colors in this video, or if I want to keep this earth, or, you know, I'm thinking all of that as I'm writing the song. So by the time I finish the song, I done went through so many different elements of the creation of the song. In order to compete with that, if we're doing battle rap songs, you're gonna have to do that. And the majority of the people that's dissing me, they don't do that.
Yeah.
Rap. They're good or great rappers, but they don't edit the content that they shoot, color grade it, and put transitions, and they don't know what a LUT is. They don't know what a custom LUT is.
Yeah.
They don't know what do you need transitions for? You just line them up. No, there are certain transitions like glitch effects and TV effects and image quakes and pixel. It's all sorts of effects. Now, when I start talking like that, they think I'm trying to say they stupid, but I'm not. I'm just saying y'all don't do what I do. Y'all rap. I rap, then I could teach one of my friends, yo, hold the camera like this, put it on tilt lock or put it on follow. If you tap the screen twice, it's gonna stay active track on me. Just take 3 steps up and take 3 steps back. It'll look like you're on a dolly. The camera is on a gimbal anyway, so it ain't gonna be nothing shaky. You see how quickly I just explained that to y'all? Why can't you explain that to somebody else to get the work done? People don't like to share the information. That's why my work could come out the way that it come out. Because if I know how to do something, but I don't have 4 hands, my fiance got 2, my homie got 2, my son got 2, like my daughter got 2. Like the work will get done when you want it to get done. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, back to your point, the titles and the thumbnails and stuff like that, that's not stuff that I was really into. But once you start blogging more and you start doing things more, you do want to separate the content that you do with a cool little thumbnail or something. Yeah. YouTube will create one for you, but they can't create them titles for you and them descriptions. And
yeah, the titles are funny, and
some
like
people,
it catches your attention right away. It's like easy as a fish. I'm like, damn.
You care about stuff like that. So hearing you say that makes me want to keep doing it, because it's like, there's somebody out there that actually pays attention to this, the way that you even word things, or
like the arrangement of the page and it's real thought out. Seems like.
I appreciate that.
And I'm just happy to see it, because like it's tough to like when you're famous and on YouTube, you have to now get famous on YouTube or like find a way to get them in. And it's tough to get the algorithm to like give you momentum, keep showing your page, keep showing your videos. So I was just happy to see it because it's just caused so much just chaos, and it's real funny. The songs are great.
It's difficult, but I'm just like, that's what I keep saying. I'm just so happy that I was able to rebrand myself and create this algorithm for myself where whether you're a new follower of JaeMillz or you knew JaeMillz for years and you've been following him, you're just happy that he rebranded himself. No matter what it is, when you do get here, I want to keep you here. And I feel like as long as when I do get your attention, it's for something that you know me for. Even if you feel like, oh, JaeMillz had a moment where he kind of got a little cold. He wasn't really buzzing like I am now. So that'll make you respect it more if you see me go through the motions, opposed to if I just popped up doing skits now. It'd be like, oh, JaeMillz the kid comedian now? Even though I did want to go into comedy at one point, but just imagine if my rebrand would have been through comedy. That would have been different.
Weird. Yeah.
Myself way different. Now, if I want to do comedy now, I can do it because I've already rebranded myself through what you initially loved me for.
Yo, so along that same line of thought, JaeMillz, with you doing all the editing and the directing and kind of picking out the settings and everything, man, you kind of do everything in-house, right?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious, Millz, man, have you low-key been giving battle rappers the game and not really kind of speaking on it because you're blogging, you're doing your own videos, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, you want to know something funny? I feel like I've been giving them the game and they not paying attention to it because they so caught up. I feel like the battle rappers are caught up on, oh, that shit, it ain't even really that hot. Like, well, he ain't doing nothing. And they don't realize that the money that they're begging the promoters to pay them, you can make that on your own. All of the tweets and all the funny stuff that they post on social media, just go find a beat, shoot a video. You own the content.
Right.
Nobody's riding around listening to your verses from Gnome 38.
Okay.
Summer Madness 25. Like, nobody's going to ride around and listen to your verses from none of these battles that you've ever done in your life. They'll ride around and listen to DNA Never Been Outside. They'll ride around and listen to Turn the Lights Off. They'll ride around and listen to Spin the Block. Spin the Block Again. The New Algorithm. No Iverson, The Magician. They'll ride around and listen to those because I gave them the option to. And I created an algorithm where they'll pay for it. They'll support. They'll buy a hat. They'll buy a sweater. They'll buy a hoodie. They'll buy a t-shirt because they're into what I'm doing now. If I want to just start putting on that headset over there and I want to pick up this controller and I want to start playing NBA 2K every day by myself, throwing alley-oops off the backboard, talking shit, crossing the computer up. No, I don't want to go to the park. I just want to do my own story mode and go through the motions and put it on 12-minute quarters and average 103. What if I just want to sit here and do that and talk wild shit and be hyped and blah, blah, blah? They would watch that too. Y'all would watch it. If I woke up tomorrow and I played NBA 2K for 5 hours straight and I did different missions or different, the little joints they got when you could do the Kobe joint or this or the Mellow joint.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I woke up and I just started doing all those tomorrow with a headset on. But I'm talking about battle rap, or I'm talking about news or sports or the Knicks, anything.
As long as it's funny, you'll get,
I started watching Knicks games every night. I just started doing live commentary watching the Knicks games. Y'all will watch it with me. So that let me know that my rebrand doesn't have to stay in battle rap. Some people, they have to stay within the realms of battle rap for y'all to care about what they do.
Mm,
You know
that's
what I'm
tough.
saying? It's like
That's
if
tough.
they not on a card coming up, you don't really care what they got going because you're
Facts.
not into them. I figured out a way to get people back into me again. Like, oh, word, JaeMillz got a blog. I got to see that.
Right.
Y'all don't care about everybody like that because it's not entertaining. It ain't no humility. I could sit up here and tell you I lost to Geechee. I could sit up here and tell you I lost to K-Shine. But when I start telling you about the people that I beat, don't start telling me, nah, you lost, he killed you too. Nah, that's not fair. That ain't fair. You know what I'm saying? So, and it ain't gotta be fair. But don't get mad at me when I start telling y'all the money that y'all getting on these stages. I figured out a way to make that without getting up on that stage no more. So now they got to give me more if I'm going to get up on that stage, or I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm cool. I'm not calling nobody begging them to get on a card. Nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know they ain't got the money for it.
Millz, Millz, I'm gonna take it back a little bit, man. So the first time I ever seen you was making the band, right?
Yeah. Shout out to my man Ness.
Right. Shout out to Ness, man. I'm gonna punch for you a little bit because I don't really hear people bringing this up, man. A lot of people forget back in the day on MTV and MTV2, they used to play those joints back to back to back all the time, like marathons of making the band. And this was around the same time as BET Freestyle Friday and 8 Mile. I would argue that Babs versus, what was it, Mysterious, and Fred versus Chopper.
Mysterious too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you versus Ness, this was some people's first exposure to battle rap. Would you agree with that? Like in the suburbs and around the world.
Depending on how old you were and where you was at in your life at that time, where you was living at, you know, because everybody, it's hard because I'm from New York City, so we had the DVDs. You know, a lot of people had the DVD era, but we had the DVDs, we had the mixtapes, like we had all of that. So it's kind of hard for me to think about growing up in a place that didn't have that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
right.
When Making the Band came out, I do think that was a lot of people's first time, like, type of face-to-face interaction.
Right.
I mean, if you was older and you from the KRS One days and you remember all of that. But if you wasn't from those days, you don't remember that. You know what I'm saying? Right. A lot of young kids, that was their first time seeing that. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
That was major. That was major for me, and that was major for Ness too. I tell people all the time, if you look at everybody in the room, they didn't have the band made yet. So
right.
Ness was still on his, you know, it was probation. You know what I'm saying? They were still trying to see who was going to make it into the band at that time. The band wasn't created at that time. You know what I'm saying?
My follow-up question, Millz, was I remember when they brought you in, right? You come in slow motion, you know what I'm saying? You got the orange jacket, the do-rag, and everything, wave cap.
Man. Good academics. That's the joint we used to wear back in them days.
Yeah, man. I remember Diddy saying this phrase, man. He said, I got JaeMillz with me. He's narrating over the visual, right?
Yeah.
JaeMillz with me. He's a freestyle legend in the streets.
Yes.
Right? And I want to concentrate on that phrase. I want to concentrate on that phrase, Millz. What was Millz doing up till that point to make Diddy co-sign you like that? Like what was the reputation? What was going on, man?
In the streets of New York City, I was like, I was the talk of the town battle rap wise. Not saying like I was the talk of the town with everything that was going on, because there was a lot of people that was like, you know, booming at that time. It wasn't like bidding war and all of that yet. You still had all of your G units and your 50s and your Cam and Dipset. They was like major, you know? And shout out to them. I was more on the mixtape, mix show. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like new music right here on blah, 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 blah. It's JaeMillz. I was the person that, you know, God bless the dead, K Slay playing me on the drama hour. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to DJ Enough. He playing me on the Rush Hour mix. You know, Bobby Trends and Camilo, and I'm getting all of that play, but I'm getting heavy play.
Right.
I was also the battle kid in Harlem. But once I got on the DVD, I was the battle kid in New York, and now people outside of New York are getting to see, oh, it's this kid in New York that go crazy. But by the time they had seen me on Smack DVD, I had already been like a legend in New York. So by the time Diddy called me in for the Making the Band battle, the Battle Nest, yeah, I'm already like, and y'all might have seen it like a year or a year and a half after we filmed it, to be honest with you. So yeah, that was a good look for me though, because you got to think it's all around the time of the mixtapes and the DVDs, and that was like national exposure. You can't ask for better exposure than that. And once again, I'm getting exposure for doing what they know me for doing. If anybody knew me at that time, I'm a young battle rapper from Harlem.
Right.
The people that was in the room with me at that time, shout out to Tone, Naj, Millz, EJ, Tim. That's like my family. You know what I'm saying? They raised me. So I look back at that now like, man, that was a time. You know what I'm saying? That was like a time where it's like, if you really, really wanted it, you was out in the city every night. And you don't know what's going to happen. Or, it wasn't no singles yet. It wasn't no Every Girl in the World or Bedrock or Young Money yet. It was just me in an academic sweatsuit with a stocking cap on.
Yeah.
And those moments make my rebrand even more special to me, because it's like some people just got hot a few years ago. I've been hot a few decades ago. Then went cold, got hot again, went cold again, got hot again. I've been through the motions that a lot of the people that be talking crazy about me, they ain't even experienced it yet. They don't even know what bouncing back or rebranding yourself feels like. So I done did it about 3-4 times already. I don't want to keep doing it, but I love the rebrand that I have created right now with the Black Love Millz thing.
Fire. Do you feel like the battle rapper reputation hurt you? Like, because they were back in the day, I guess now too, like they say battle rappers can't maybe make music, they suck, it's boring.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good question. I don't think it ever really hurt me, because I've always been known for my songs. Like No 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 was like my first single, and that reached the Billboard charts. I don't know, it didn't hit number 1, but it was in the top 100, and I never felt like that stigma rubbed off on me, because I was always like, I always had a song on the radio in New York City, I always had something in the clubs in New York City, So even with me being a battle rapper, I was always a kid that wrote songs. I was always a kid that wrote on the whole front of the paper, and like the first 6 lines on the back of the paper, because that was a verse for me. And I know 40 seconds is the typical verse. Before I learned how to count bars, I learned how to count them on the length of the paper that I write on.
That's fire.
I would write the name of the song, put 2 lines under it, and put verse 1. And in the next paper, I would write the name of the song with the 2 lines under it, and that would be verse 2. I was writing these songs to Nas, If I Rule the World, or Capone Noriega, T.O.N.Y. instrumental. Might have wrote some songs to the Getting Jiggy With It instrumental. You know what I'm saying? I'm the 4-3-2-1 instrumental. Onyx Last Days instrumental. Fabulous Keeping It Gangsta instrumental. I was one of them people that used to just write whole songs to beats. And when, I know this sounds funny, but when I found LimeWire, and I realized like, oh, I want to do a lot of these freestyles, but I don't want to keep rapping over the same beats every other rapper rapping, because we all would buy Sycamore instrumental CDs and J Arms instrumental CDs. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. We would all buy those, or every rapper would have those beats.
Yeah.
So I would download like old R&B songs off of, or old rap songs off of LimeWire, and if I find 4 bars, I'll loop it.
You loop, yeah.
I know nobody's gonna go that hard for this beat. If they can't find an instrumental, they'll just curve the whole idea. So I started doing that on a project called The Time Is Now, like the stylistics and Renee and Angela, and I'm just like finding little pieces of stuff. And once I started doing that, I realized, oh, I could get off my concepts more than I can get off I can get my concepts off in songs more than I can get them off in a battle.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I love making music. So, like I said, I don't think I ever really felt the stigma of battle rappers can't make music, because I always kept a single and always had a song on the radio when I was coming up. So I never felt that. I felt like battle rappers can make good music, but a lot of them just don't put that type of music out. I think a lot of battle rappers suffer from I think a lot of times as battle rappers, we suffer from, we think our music has to be punchline, metaphorical, bars, schemes, and we forget that our fans aren't just fans of us as battle rappers. They're fans of us as a rapper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're not a fan of JaeMillz as a battle rapper. If you're a fan of JaeMillz, you're just a fan of JaeMillz as a rapper. You may like certain things, you may dislike certain things, but you're a fan of him as a rapper. So as much as you want to hear Black Love Millzy diss people, you want to know what the album is going to sound like with Ron Browns. You don't want every record to be me dissing somebody, and it's not, and it shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
that's the artistry of it. But every battle rapper don't think like that. I think every battle rapper thinks their music have to sound like they rounds, and that's a part of being just stuck in that mind state of thinking everything gotta be exactly what you do on a stage. No, some people want to hear about your life. Some people want to just hear you rap. You can still use all your gun bars and my coke so white. You can still do that. Just do it in a creative way with a concept over a beat that we can nod our head to. We don't always want to hear you a cappella. We don't. But if the battle rappers don't think like what I was just saying, that stigma gonna stay around. That stigma is gonna continue to be a thing. Battle rappers can't make songs, because when you hear their songs, they don't sound like songs. They sound like they need somebody to diss for the song to work.
yeah.
A lot of people might say, well, Black Love Millzy, you need to diss somebody. No, I was who I am 20 years ago. I wasn't just dissing battle rappers on beats when I got my deals. You know what I'm saying? That's not my thing. I'm defending my crown. In the midst of defending my crown, I just happen to be smoking shit. Hey.
Millz, what's the chances of you going back to Goods and DNA podcast, man?
Never.
Never?
Hell no. I will
I
never
have to ask, man.
I will never go back to my podcast. And I'm gonna tell you why. And I wish Goods and DNA the best. I'm not trying to downplay Goods and DNA.
Right.
Even though they tried to downplay me, and that's how this all started. But I feel like what Goods and DNA got going over there, I wish them the best with that. I tried to be a part of that. And I feel like at this point, it's just like, who cares about all of that, man?
Okay.
And they channels, they do what they do. I got my JaeMillzTvwe, you know what I'm saying? YouTube, JaeMillzTvwe. I'm building that. I'm trying to stay consistent with the content. You know, I got the members only situation over there, so I'm trying to give people more content over there. Me and Browse finishing up this album. I don't feel like right now I need to be taking steps backwards. You know, that's all a part of like, oh, why JaeMillz don't want to get on the stage? Because y'all don't want to see me on the stage.
Right.
Y'all made that very clear when I was on the stages, you know, giving me the song and acting like the bar, oh, he's outdated. All right, well, why you want to see me up there now? If I'm in the lane working for me and the people like it, why you want me to put my car in park to go back on a block that y'all don't like me on? That make no sense.
Millz, do you feel
ain't enough money in it right now. I know how much y'all making.
Do you you've had a lot of issues with battle rappers recently, like I said, since this run's been going on with you, and start off with you, Goods, and DNA, and then it kind of snowballed into some other things. Do you feel like a lot of these issues stem from a place of hate? When people see Millz, do they automatically start hating on Millz because of who you are, where you've been? You know, we all know battle rap originally was a lane to get signed, and a lot of these guys never had a deal. They never got on anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Do you feel like you just got a lot of haters, bro?
Hate is a strong word. I don't want to just say like Goods and DNA and all these other battle rappers is hating. Okay. They battle rappers, so I feel like they trying to do what they know how to do. You know, you talk down on somebody. You know, y'all go back and forth. You know, he ain't better than me. He can't mess with me. He a bum. He trash. He washed up. You know, that's the narrative they spin. And I just wanted to show people that when you play that game and then somebody start playing that game with you, and you might not have been like all the way prepared to play that type of game, and they do, that's how you get in this situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to join the podcast. I'm trying to give Goods some pointers on how to get a song out of Wayne if you just gonna be around, just being around. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to share that type of information. I don't have to care about you making the best of your situation over there because I'm rooting for you. I don't have to try to join your podcast because I think this could be dope if I join you and DNA and we could. I didn't have to do all of that. But God was basically telling me no. And the first chance they got, they just started talking about me crazy. Like I wasn't just trying to join the show. Like I wasn't just trying to give you, like, nah. And then at some point you'd be like, you know what? I don't care if they got more subscribers than me on YouTube. I don't care if they got more of a following more than me in this era of battle rap. My following go back further than this era of battle rap. And I'm willing to bet on my following as a whole over their battle rap following. And that's with any battle rapper. It's slow for battle rappers right now because y'all don't got nothing else coming in. Y'all ain't never did nothing else to get nothing else coming in. I'm not saying every battle rapper. I'm not saying it's slow for every battle rapper.
Right.
For the average battle rapper out there right now, it's rough. It's rough for all of us as battle rappers. The only thing is some of us did other things outside of battle rap that they still get paid for. So when it get rough in battle rap, some of us don't feel it the same way as others do. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's why they crack the jokes on this song or that song or this, you assigned to this label and you're right, get your jokes off. But then we get the moments like this where all the battle rappers are tight for money. Now you're starting to see who got other things coming in and who don't.
Millz, one of the arguments I've heard against you is what's going to happen when there's nobody else to diss? Like people kind of look at you as like this sniper on the hilltop, just making diss records. You kind of cherry picking these battles, right? And a lot of people are asking, well, what happens when we run out of diss records? You know what I'm saying? Like what's the next move for Millz then?
I'm recording an album with Ron Browse right now. The people named me Black Glove Millzy. The people said we want an album with you and Ron Browse. So we're working on that. I don't have to diss people to make good music. I think that's the thing that these battle rappers is missing. Like, this is not a diss. It wasn't a diss. Dissing nobody. You like it? It's dope. It got like 54,000 views. That's a jump from the views I used to get. The name of the song is "This Is Not a Diss." We don't got nobody's name in there. This is not Easy the Block Captain diss, A Verb diss, Jack Boy Main diss, B Magic diss, Goods diss, DNA. This don't say none of that in there. It says the title of this song is "This Is Not a Diss." This is the first song off of the Black Glove Millzy project, fully produced by Ron Browse. I hope you enjoy it. If you only here for the diss records at that point, you leave.
Okay.
You leave. You go to another video if you only there for the diss records. If I only got 24,000 subscribers at that time, 54,000 people stayed. Yeah, some people only here for the diss records. But if I got 20-something thousand subscribers on my YouTube page and I could put a video out that ain't got nothing to do with me dissing nobody and I could get 50,000 views on it, I'll keep building on that. I'll keep building on that. They want to say, yeah, but look at his views from before. I mean, if that's what we want to do, we got to look at everybody's views.
Yeah, that doesn't. It's a new channel. It's a whole different thing, though. You know,
It's a new
tough to get.
It's a new channel, but it's getting more views than shit that come out on Hip Hop Is Real and 15 Minutes of Fame. One got 500,000, one got 250,000. How do I get more views than things on that page? It don't make sense. They don't want to talk about it though, because when I start talking like that, it's like, yeah, but what you gonna do when the battle rap die down? I'm gonna keep shitting on people like y'all. That's it. Because they like, no, boo boo. They like the drops now. Why? Ooh. They like the drops now. So now I could just keep doing blogs with my little automated drops. And then I can live stream and get the super chats and engage with the people with my personality because now I know they like it. So I don't have to diss people no more. I could do a whole 2-hour stream about Jalen Brunson and the Knicks. Decorate the whole room with orange and blue balloons. Go put my Knicks jersey on. Keep the hat with the gloves, the shades, and the chain on, and still keep the character, but just take it off battle rap. Y'all gonna come with me, right? Y'all
check it out
with me. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I'm gonna do once it's nobody, and it's always gonna be somebody to diss. Do I want to entertain them or not? The people that I done chalked, those ain't the only ones that dissed me. Those was the only ones that I felt was worth my time.
Wow.
50 million other battle rappers that diss me. I'm gonna reply to the ones I feel is worth my time. Not the people that just felt like they just wanted to insert themselves. I don't know y'all. I've been here for 25 plus years. I don't know you. Why are you even talking to me? How you get in this room? Like, how did you get at this table that I'm at, like sitting over here waiting for them to bring this tomahawk? How did y'all even get at this? Who let y'all in this room? That's how I look at some of the rappers that be dissing me. I be like, first of all, I gotta look and see who is. When I gotta look and see who you are, you shouldn't be dissing. That means we don't got no storyline. There's no reason for it. And then it's even hurtful when you spend all that time like recording something, punching and making sure the levels is right, and you upload it and you get artwork done and you blast it out to the world. JaeMillz just keep doing blogs and never acknowledge it. So now, what you gonna do? You gonna keep dissing JaeMillz, or you gonna go on to the next thing? Because you ain't gonna get nothing out of dissing JaeMillz if JaeMillz looking at you like, how did you get here? Like Deborah Cott's like, why are you here? Why are you even dissing me? You got no reason to be dissing me. Remember when we was talking about the hate earlier? That be what make you think about it like that. It's like, damn, you went and wrote all that for no reason. The people that I'm dissing, I'm defending myself. They are literally coming out talking crazy about me. What makes somebody that just started getting lit a few years ago just jump out and want to diss me right now? Like I'm one of them. I think they think I've never been this before. I just wasn't. I wasn't wearing gloves with a black potent hat and scorching all y'all. I've been hot before. I've had a buzz before. I've been hot. I've been ice cold before. This ain't new to me. That's why I appreciate it so much, and that's why I go so hard with the blogging and the streaming and the merch and the. This is my stuff. A Verb said I had bots. So they jumped in his comments and started saying, I'm not a bot. And I turned it into merch. The potent website right now. This is the hat. I can wear a Yankee hat, but they like seeing me in this hat. They like the gloves. I wear the gloves on the wrong side on purpose. Because I like the way they look like this. This is the wrong side to wear the gloves. I've been wearing them like this since I first put them on. You know why? Because I don't like the way they look like this on the other side. That's just me. You don't have to do it like that. That's me. That's me. Not following no trend. I'm the trend. If I drop a blog tonight at 11:30, you know what everybody gonna do? And I'm on West Coast time. So that means if you're on East Coast time, it's AM. They're gonna wake up and they're gonna do a reaction video to it. Because if you don't, by the time you wake up, you got a chance all the other bloggers to beat you to the punch. Yeah. It wasn't like that before. It's like that now though. I ain't worried about what it was like before. Can't moonwalk. I can't go back to that. I'm worried about what it's like now and what it's gonna be like moving forward. And I don't have to keep doing diss records to make good records. You know, I don't have to do that. And I'm not, you know.
Right on, man. Millz, I'm a reference you and Mook's classic legendary battle, one of the first battles I ever seen, you know what I'm saying, face to face, you know what I mean? You had a line in there, man, I always thought was dope, man. Said you bumped the best of Big L when you wake up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Talk to us about Big L, bro. How much of an influence was he in Harlem and on your personal style, man?
And rest in peace, Big L, man. Big L was a big influence on me because he was real metaphorical. And,
okay.
You know, that was coming from the era when you young and, you know, you got all the Run DMC and NWA and Cool Mo D, KRS-One, Rakim. You know, my uncles and cousins listened to a lot of that. Then you know, you got your younger cousins and your younger uncles and they got the Wu-Tang and, you know, Mobb Deep, you know, all of that type of stuff. And then by the time you get down to me, it's like, you know, the Mobb Deep and the Method Man, the Raekwon, Ghostface, and Fat Joe, AZ, Nas, Big L. You know, you get to that. And I understood the difference between Big L and Run DMC. You know what I'm saying? I understood the difference between like a Big L and Outkast, because I was a very big Outkast fan. I was always a fan of people from other regions because as a kid, that was my connection to that region.
Right. See what they're talking about. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So growing up in Manhattan, Harlem, I was born in Washington Heights. When I moved down to Harlem, and I was living on 144th, and I realized then Big L was from 139th. Now the things that he's rapping about that go on in his neighborhood, I feel like I'm relating to it more because that's the neighborhood I live in now. Just miraculously just happened like that. My mom's just moved us from the hill down the hill. When we moved down the hill, we was living on 144th between 7th and Lenox.
Right.
Big L was from 139th between 7th and Lenox. So I went from like, oh, that's the. You would see him here and there, just walking by the block, going to the pizza shop. You're like, yeah, that's Big L.
Right.
So, yeah, I might have adapted to like Big L metaphors and the punchlines a lot. because even before I realized I was living in that area where he was from, I was still a fan of Big L. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
The video on the park with the Helly Hansen on and the Rap Was a Game, I'll be MVP. Oh, I was a fan.
Fire. Classic, yeah.
And then I started learning about Children of the Corn. You know, Murder Mace, Killer Cam, Herb McGruff, Big L, Bloodshot. I'm like, what's so cool?
Yeah.
Like, oh, they all from right here in this area. That
Gotcha.
made it real for me.
Okay.
I always tell people, Children of the Corn, like me discovering like Big L and Mace and Cam and Gruff and Bloodshed, me discovering that they were from right there in that area that I had just moved to as a kid, being a fan. Like I used to buy Ron G mixtapes and hear Children of the Corn and not even realize that this is Mace and Cam and Big. I thought this was just Big L crew, but I'm a fan of Big L.
Right.
So naturally, now I'm listening to them, and now it's like, yeah, that made it real for me, man. So shout out to the Children of the Corn legacy. You know, rest in peace, Big L. Rest in peace, Bloodshed. Shout out to Cam, Mace, Gruff. I have no problem with saying they built me. They built who JaeMillz is as a rapper, just the aura, talking that talk, repping Harlem, being fly when you doing it, bouncing back. You know what I'm saying? That's a
Right.
Harlem nigga gonna bounce back. We might take a loss, but it's like, all right, see me this summer.
Fire.
See me when this next check hit. You know what I'm saying? See me when this next piece come through. That Harlem, we always gonna be like that. And I feel like I definitely got that. Like if you look at Big L and Mace and Cam, and like if you put all of those personalities together, yeah, you do get a lot of us from my generation. You know what I'm saying? The Rocky and Ferg and me and Vado. And, you know what I'm saying? You
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Jewels. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a rich history in Harlem for sure, man. Lux, you know, Clips.
Yeah, Clips, Davies. So it's a lot of us, man.
Couple more questions, man, on this end, man. Back to the Mook battle, man. I always want to ask you this, Millz. When you told Mook you could pay his mom's rent for the next 7 summers, man.
I had counted it because I was counting what my mom's rent was.
Okay,
and
okay.
we all lived in the same area. So I did some goofy shit. And I was like, all right, if I was to pay my mom's rent for the next 8 summers, and I was looking at my account, like from my deal and all that, and I'm like,
yeah,
I could probably do that right now and still have some
okay.
money. So I was thinking like, see, when I got to that point when I battled Mook, I had a deal. And I was on the radio. I was No had already came out. That's why he was like, no, you don't want to see this faux. But I had already did the video in Jamaica and been on Rap City and 106 in Park. I was already him. So I had a bunch of ammo that people could have just used for me at that time. And
right.
I was thinking the way that I beat somebody like Mook is to have like real things. You know what I'm saying? Like if I say something, like I could pay, like I put up my own 5, like I set the bet. I always tell people like the direct effect, I put up my own 5, like I set the bet. I literally had $5,000 in like a rectangle envelope from Commerce Bank that day. This was before Commerce turned into TD. I'll never forget that because we was betting 5,000 and whoever lost. So in my mind, now I'm thinking like this, you know, if I do lose today, I gotta have this 5 on me. So I'm rapping with $5,000 in my pocket cash just in case I lose. So when they did the voting thing after and they said I won, I told my man get the money and I left. And then they started saying they wanted to do it in front of Puff and all of this. And my OG was like, "Jay, we ain't doing this no more." Because I had a deal at this time. Like I was running late for a meeting at the Universal building. And
oh, that's crazy.
We out here just doing this, you know, whatever. And he was like, "Nah, we gonna fall back off this. Because you got a deal. You don't even really need to be out." But shout out to Mook. Mook probably didn't even know a lot of that. But shout out to Mook. That was dope for the culture because as we were standing out there battling, people just started walking up, just looking at us battle.
Yeah.
The bus getting off from work and just looking at us. And we went 5 rounds with no time limit. Just, you know, and I think from that built the culture of the battle rap which you see now. Because if you ask Mook, he'll tell you that was the first battle he ever wrote for.
Right, use personals.
He came to the battle with 5 personal rhymes were specifically for me. And I had rhymes that was specifically for him too. I had other rhymes that I like packaged in with some of the verses that I said to him. But majority of the stuff that I wrote was definitely all for him. You know, and shout out to Mook, man. Like I always say, like, that's like one of them legendary battles that's probably gonna outlive both of us.
Fire, such a classic, Brody. One more question off of that, man. I just thought about, bro. In my battle rap historian connoisseur brain, Millz, when I think back, you called Mook dirty hella times in that battle, right? When you battled Ness, you know what I'm saying? You had the infamous FU verse, right? Even your battle with Goods, you were saying some like wildly disrespectful stuff, Brody. I think you might have been low key the one that kind of brought in that disrespect before Arsenal, even before Nims, man. Shout out both of them.
Look. The fuck you verse was way before. The fuck you verse was before URL was even invented. And and shout out to Ars. Ars, my man.
Yeah.
I didn't know who Ars was before URL was invented. You know what I'm saying? And there ain't no disrespect to Ars. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
The fuck you verse, there wasn't nothing heard like that at the time when I said it. And battle rap wasn't even battle rap at that time that I said it. So that was a lot of people's first real introduction to JaeMillz when they saw the unedited version of the Making the Band. Like when you saw it on TV, like him in the Philly,
right,
kind of going crazy. That was a dope joint. When the unedited version got out, people was like, nah, he ain't say that. He said that to his face. Like, and I think it made people look at me like, nah, he be on some, y'all gotta watch that. Y'all gotta watch him. Shorty be going crazy.
Facts.
And from there, you start seeing a lot of the loud, disrespectful, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't just my whole aura. You know what I'm saying? So, and I always say, shout out to Ars, because Ars is like one of the most disrespectful battle rappers. So I ain't trying to take that crown from Ars. You know what I'm saying? Ars, that's his claim to fame in battle rap. You know what I'm saying? I would never try to say like, oh, I'm the most disrespectful. No. But I was definitely the first one that set that tone in this era of battle rap with that verse, for sure.
I agree. I definitely agree.
So I was just I always wanted to ask about you and Young Money, like how what happened, who made it happen, who did you meet, all that.
The Young Money,
just like a little quick summary.
Yeah, the Young Money situation came about because I had a song called "Holla at a Player," and I was trying to get Wayne on the remix. And make a long story short, he did the remix for me. And I was trying to ask him, well, when the next time are you going to be in New York? Because I ain't had no situation at this time. And I'm trying to, like, just use my relationships to try to get something going. And he was like, well, I don't know when I'm going to be in New York, but what you want to holler at me about? Miami. So I told him the situation about me not having a deal at that moment. And I'm thinking he's going to tell me I can't use the song. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking he's going to tell me I can't use the song because I ain't got no label deal no more. I got no budget. You know what I'm saying? So he says, word, you ain't got no deal? Cool. So I'm going to call you right back. He calls me right back.
That sounds ominous. Like, yeah.
He said, you said you ain't got no deal, right? I said, yeah. And then he's like, well, when can you get on a flight to Miami? I was like, yesterday. And he started laughing. He's like, all right, cool. I'm going to have my people's call, set it up. And they put me on a flight for the next morning. And when I flew out to Miami, I had some songs I wanted to play him. And he ain't even want to hear them. He was talking about the battles. He was like, yo, that joint, like, he said, I always like a bunch of them joints. He said, well, we was on the same label. You know what I'm saying? We was both signed to Universal directly. So he was like, when you told me you wasn't signed to Universal no more, I'm like, I'm building Young Money. I know it's an imprint under Universal. You want to? I was like, hell yeah. And he was like, I bet. And then from there, it was solid from there. It was solid from there until I decided that, you know, that wasn't for me no more. But it was never a bad situation. It was never like a fallout with Wayne. I left Young Money because of the respect that I had for Wayne. And I know that may sound crazy, but I'm explaining it to you. I had so much, I have, let's be clear. I have so much respect for Lil Wayne. And at that time, I still had this same amount of respect for Lil Wayne. And I felt he didn't owe me anything more than what he had already done. He tried. You know what I'm saying? And everybody that put on a uniform on the team don't always get a chance to put up the same amount of shots. But you gave me a uniform for that team, though. And that's one thing I could never forget. So when he got to a point where him and Birdman was going through what they was going through, and he trying to get 50 million that he owed, and he trying to get his album done, it's like, that may not be the time for you to be trying to get him to focus on a JaeMillz album. Just real talk. And that's just the love that I got for Lil Wayne and knowing what he did for me and us over all those years. You don't owe me nothing no more. Like, I'm cool with us still just being friends than you having to worry about that JaeMillz album. Man, go get your money. You know what I'm saying? You got kids. We getting older. Our health is changing, man. Go get your money, man. I'd rather you worry about getting your money and getting what you need to get right than worry about that and when we going to put Millz out. Because I'm going to let you know, if I was in Lil Wayne predicament at that time, I wouldn't have gave a fuck about a JaeMillz album. JaeMillz should be lucky that I even gave him that much attention when I was going through the shit that I was going through. That's how I looked at it. That's just my mind and me knowing, nah, this nigga done did more than anybody has done for you in this game. Anybody. If he can't do no more, that shouldn't change the love. That shouldn't change the respect. And that shouldn't make you forget everything that he did do. Just lace your boots up, nigga, and go figure it out the way you was figuring it out before you got here. But you don't got to disrespect this chapter of your life. You know, you don't have to shit on the Young Money chapter. You don't got to go get your Young Money tattoo covered because you want the feelings. Nah, nigga, I ain't covering the Young Money tattoo. That's till death. That's family. And Wayne don't owe JaeMillz a motherfucking thing at all, ever in life. I don't care if I ain't put no album out over there. Those tracks right there is from Lil Wayne putting me on. I got like 2 more under the mannequin right there. And I got like 3 more out there and 2 more downstairs. All that shit is from the uniform that Wayne put on me. So it ain't, you can't pay me to talk bad about Wayne. Like, I thought Wayne had dissed me in one of them songs, one of them freestyles he did. Talking about I was calling gutter, I was calling everybody. I thought he had took a little sneak shot at me. Still couldn't diss him. That's how much love I got for Wayne. Wayne could diss me and I probably still would diss him. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't owe me nothing. He did more for me than anybody in the music business did for me. And I'm going to stand on that.
Right on. Millz, I'm going to switch it up a little bit, man. I got a few more questions, bro. Favorite book and why? And favorite movie and why?
I know people won't expect me to say like Paid in Full and all of that, but my favorite,
or a couple of favorites. It don't gotta be
all
your
right,
favorite.
there you go. Because I was about to say I'll be having different modes. Like I'll be having like Napoleon Dynamite modes, and then I'll be having like Poetic Justice modes, and then I'll be having Scarface modes, and then I'll be having Step Brothers modes. I'll be having Talladega Nights modes. I'll be having all these different modes, but
dope.
King of New York, for sure.
Okay.
I love New Jersey Drive. I love Paid in Full. But Poetic Justice is one of my favorite movies too. Menace to Society. I got a special connection with that movie. I went to go see that movie with my cousins when they graduated middle school.
Oh, that's fire.
So and we went to the midnight movie. I had no business seeing that movie. That was probably like the first movie that I saw that had like, I probably shouldn't be in here right now. Like watching the movie with popcorn and Swedish Fish as a kid at 10 years old or 9 years old. But
right.
Yeah, a lot of those movies. Uptown Saturday Night.
Classic.
The Mac. You know, that's why I said it depends on what time of the day. Like I could watch Uptown Saturday Night and the Mac every day. You know what I'm saying? Book wise, I stopped reading books probably like when I first started like traveling in the music business because I didn't really have the time to lock in the way I wanted to. But I used to love Donald Goines books.
Okay.
Like, I used to read so many Donald Goines books.
Horror Sun and all that. Yeah.
I don't remember nothing else. You know,
okay.
Emerson Coolum is one of my favorite books of all time, but Dope Fiend, it was a lot of them, but I was heavy into like the Donald Goines because I just think the vividness of like he would say things like, "Oh, this person got hit over the head with this bar and it cracked, and you could see the excruciating pain in this." And it was like it was so vivid what I was reading that when I was in college prep, my teacher said, "I'm going to challenge you, and I want you to do your next report, and you can't use Donald Goines books." And I don't know if that was a challenge or that was some racist shit, but I don't know what it was. But she told me I couldn't use Donald Goines books no more for my reports. And I still got a 95 in college prep, but I always remember like, damn, it's something that made her, and it made me read more of his books. And I don't think I read another book until The Secret.
Okay.
And shout out to my man Gutter, man. That's my brother from another forever. Gutter had me on these Zeitgeist movies. So for a minute, everything was a conspiracy to me. Like I was just thinking everything was a conspiracy. But I remember when I read The Secret, it got me more into, and it probably made me read less. Reading The Secret probably made me read less. I probably felt like everything comes from your universe. And I don't think we all have the same universes. I don't think we all live in the same universe. I think we all live in our own universe. And my law of attraction is definitely not yours or yours. None of us have the same strategy when it comes to the law of attraction. Some of us might not believe in speaking things into existence. Some people might believe, man, I ain't about to be sitting up here praying for something. I ain't about to be sitting up here when I pray, keep incorporating that into my prayer. You incorporate you want to live, right? Incorporate it. Be specific with what you're praying for. Be specific with what you want God to give you. And I think when I started thinking like that, it's like, don't lie to yourself. You know if you're going hard, you know if you could be going harder. You can lie to yourself. You can't lie to your universe. You can't lie to your God. Like you can lie to your lady, your kids, your homies, your boss, supervisor, your label, your agent. You can lie to whoever. You can't lie to God. God sees it. So you might as well stand tall on it and go as hard as you could go. Because you only cheat. Once you get to my age and you get to this point in your life, you're only cheating yourself. Don't nobody care if you're lying. Don't nobody care if you half-assing it or you ain't giving it your all. That's on you.
Right.
The results you're gonna get from it is gonna be that. That's the law of attraction. I'm gonna go hard and I'm gonna rebrand myself because I believe in myself more than I don't. That's how I get to this point. This ain't no manager. This ain't no publicist. This ain't no label. This ain't no big budget. I don't have a song on the radio. I ain't got none of that. But I got everybody's attention.
Facts.
How you do that? How you get everybody's attention with no song on the radio, no big label deal, no none of that? I don't know. Just pay attention and let's fucking go for the ride until shit change. Let's just enjoy it until shit change, I guess. You know? That's what I'm doing.
I like that. Millz, man, you had a real dope series back in the day, man. The Dead Presidents tapes, bro. A lot of soulful beats on them, man. I really enjoyed those tapes, Brody.
Appreciate that. I appreciate
you had a song. You had a song on Dead Presidents too, man. It's probably my favorite one out of both joints, man. Called "The Walk In," right? You had a line on there where you said, "You probably wonder why I'm still rapping, right? But my daughter got my hustle game on point, and I don't know ish about Pampers, but I'm trying to rap them, right? You know what I'm saying?"
Yeah, man. Damn. The Walk In.
Yeah, real simple but effective. So my question with that part of the verse, Millz, is what's the difference between the anxiety of having a newborn and now your daughter getting into those teenage years, man?
Yeah, shout out to my daughter, man. Shout out to my baby Journey. When I wrote those rhymes, it was new to me. You know, it was like, yo, you're a dad, and you got like, it's more than just you. You know, you could play with, oh, I'll go food shopping tomorrow. Because I ain't really tripping. I eat leftovers. You know what I'm saying? But you don't only have to go food shopping now. Now you need Pampers. You need wipes. She got too big for the car seat. She outgrew those Uggs. She outgrew that coat. You know, she can't wear that coat this year. That was last year's coat. Wrap that up and give it to somebody else that got a kid. Bless them. And I was learning that in real time as I'm going through the motions of trying to figure out my Young Money situation, you know? And yeah, if you go back and you listen to a lot of that, Dead Presidents 2, like the Walk In, the Walk Out, Pure Honesty.
Fire.
Like, Honesty is like one of my favorite songs ever in my life because I remember that. I remember the night that I sat down and I did that, and I called my man Steve Reason shout out to Steve Reason. I called him to the studio to play the saxophone on the end and added the rain because that's where I was at with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like I feel like every day is like at some point it's rain and the sun go down and it's just you and this saxophone and it's you, the saxophone, the rain, and pure honesty. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's when I stopped even caring about the single aspect. It was like, yo, I got a daughter on the way. My nigga, like, I don't know if I want to keep doing these Virgo mixtapes. Talking about threesomes with porn stars and fucking on the balcony and all that. Because I ain't doing that no more. Like, I go home to my lady. We don't eat pork. She Muslim. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this is different. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I don't know if I want to really be saying bitch like that in my records. All right, so I'll say lady. Or I'll say diva. Or I'll say woman. I'm going to say something, but one day my daughter she going to type in JaeMillz.
Yeah.
Everything ain't for her, but at least the girly things should be cool.
Right on. I was gonna say because you say the B word a lot in that easy diss, man.
Oh yeah, that's different.
Yeah, let's get to that, man.
She's not gonna click that.
Man. Let's get to it, man. What's up with you and Easy, man? He been talking a little reckless, man. Shout out Easy. You know what I'm saying? You dropped the joint about what 4 or 5 days ago. It's at what 46,000 views.
Yeah, man.
People digging it. What's going on, man?
It's almost at 50. It's about to pass when he put out Dissing Cassidy 2 months ago. So, I mean, look, Easy got a good thing going, but it's coming to an end. And I think he know that. And the fact that he was calling T-Top and ARP trying to reach out to them and get a battle book, I think that let us know about the state of Easy the Block Captain right now. You know what I'm saying? He's another one. Once you start talking crazy about my career and start talking crazy to me, you see the run I'm on. You're not on a run. What I'm doing over here in this lane, you're not doing over there on the stage. And if you was doing so much, you wouldn't be entertaining me. I'm not bothering you. Go do your battles up there on the stages. You're begging smack, begging T-Top, you begging ARP. Now you're going back and forth with ARP like you wasn't just begging them 72 hours ago. It's like, that don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. Like, you blogging in this little room with this weak, weird-ass decor, might not have LED lights, no central air. That's what it looks like. I'm just telling you what it looks like to me. And I rap, and I got personality. And outside of rap, I got personality, and outside of battle rap, I got a career. Don't nobody want to hear Easy the Block Captain music, whether he rebrand himself or not. Ain't nobody interested in it. Y'all ain't asking for the Easy the Block Captain album with nobody. Y'all waiting for the Black Glove Millz album with me and Ron Browse, though, so I'll take that.
I'm gonna end it like this, Millz. At the end of the day, man, first and foremost, bro, I'm gonna just give you your flowers, man, on camera. Actually, no, I got a question before I do that, though, man.
No, hold on. Let me make sure you. I want to make sure you don't get cut off in this joint. Hold up.
Okay.
Hold up. Yeah, we live, man. We live.
All right.
No, I'm listening. I'm with you.
You had an exchange too with brother that was on Easy's live, my man Cola, right? Shout out Cola.
The Shasta.
Now you had said something. I got a little minor bone to pick with you, man. You know what I'm saying? I know Cola not like super well, but we cordial. You know what I'm saying? You said he was glazing for views on a couple videos, right?
Yeah, I showed the thumbnails too.
Okay, but my question is this though, Millz. So like all the fans that are in your comments, right? If they're giving you praise and props, they're saying, "Hey, man, Millz, you killing it. You're doing well. Love the verse. Love the songs." Are they glazing, or are they just being fans and just speaking on what's going on? Like, what's the difference in your opinion, man?
No, you don't have to think everything I put out is dope. I understand that. That's
okay.
That's reasonable. You know what I'm saying? But if 1 week you're saying Millz is killing it, he doing this, he doing that, and then the next week you do another blog, and it's like, I ain't gonna lie, I don't think nobody could touch Black Glove Millz right now. He's you doing these blogs trying to get in the algorithm of what JaeMillz is doing, because you don't have to report on it at all. You don't have to say nothing if you ain't. I don't report on things I don't feel. Like I keep telling people, I never reported on the Papoose and Remy situation, not one time, ever. Never posted a tweet about it, never made a joke about it, never said nothing about it on the podcast with my lady when we was doing it. I never said nothing about it. You understand what I'm saying? Never said anything about it at all. So to me, it's like, what? It's hard to say, man, because I feel like once they start playing that game with me, it's cool until I start playing that game too. Like, everything was cool when I was the joke. When JaeMillz's name was brought up and I was the joke, everything was cool. There was a time where the Shasta dude wouldn't even bring up nothing JaeMillz. Why are you even talking about me? Because you have to. Now, you don't have to think everything is dope. But if 4 weeks ago and 3 weeks ago, you thought everything was amazing, now you get up here with this one, man, all that shit whack, man. I don't know, man. That shit is trash. It's like B Magic. If you knew for a fact that I had text messages of you hitting me, telling me turn the lights off was amazing and keep my foots on their necks, why would you go out here and say all that shit whack? DNA Never Been Outside, the best one. But the very next song that came out after DNA Never Been Outside, you hit me directly and told me, now that's how you rap. Turned into Mike Lowry. Got in front of Hip Hop Is Real camera and was like, man, all that shit whack. Why you got to do that? Why is it so hard to just say, I ain't gonna lie, Millz killing shit right now, man. I'm happy he killing shit, man. It was quiet on the stage, but he's smoking shit right now. Why I gotta be, yeah, I mean, but all his battles is whack. He can't do it on the stage, though. It's like, whoa. You never realized that y'all don't ask me about none. Y'all ain't, we just talked for a whole hour and 15 minutes. You only asked me about Easy the Block Captain because that's the most recent thing I just put out. You didn't ask me a motherfucking thing about A-Bird. You ain't asked me a goddamn. I talked about B Magic. I gave him light. You ain't asked me nothing about B Magic. When did y'all hold on? Hour and 15 minutes. When did y'all ask me about Jack Boy Maine? Time stamping.
Come on, Millz.
You didn't ask me about Chef Trez or Top Floor Loot or Woosah. You didn't ask me about none of them. None of them. But you talked to me for an hour and 15 minutes. Ain't mentioned none of them. Do an interview with anybody I just named right now. And the first thing you're going to ask them about is Black Glove Millz. Yo, so we see you got into it with JaeMillz. How did that happen? Yeah, let us know. And you know what they're going to say? Nah, that nigga just been acting like he was killing shit. So you really don't have a reason. There's no... Oh, so you just dissed him for nothing? What are we doing this interview? What did we book him for?
Yeah.
This interview with him for. He has nothing else to talk about. Like, we about to about 2 more questions, man. We're gonna wrap it up real quick. That's what you're gonna do when you get with them. Because there's nothing else to talk about. But when you put a camera in front of their face, I've seen it so many times with all these battle rappers, and they get mad when I don't give them the attention they want. I think it hurts some of these battle rappers and some of these bloggers. I think it hurts them when they say some dumb goofball shit and they think that they gonna get some back and forth out of me.
Right.
And I might not even acknowledge it. Sometimes that's worse than me shitting on it. You ever tried to talk to a chick?
Oh.
And she tell you, nah, I got it, man. I appreciate it, you know, but thank you. I appreciate it. I'm flattered. And she keep walking. You be like, she let me down nice. You ever try to say something to a joint and you like, I know, you know, just Oh, I'm sorry. What did you say? So you wasn't even listening when I was talking just now? You didn't. Nah, forget it. I'm good. I don't even want to say it again. It took me enough courage to build it up to say it that time. You wasn't even listening. No, she was listening. She heard you. She heard you. She just didn't acknowledge it. It wasn't something she felt like acknowledging. That's how them battle rappers be feeling when they be jumping out the window dissing JaeMillz and don't get no reaction. Shit is a straight airball. Meanwhile, here I am still doing me. 6 months later.
Wow. Man.
Make sure y'all head over to POTENTDEPT.com. Make sure you get you a hat, crew neck sweater, hoodie, something over there, man. I appreciate the love.
Right on, Millz. Hey, bro, we appreciate you, man. I'm gonna give you your flowers, brother. You
I appreciate you too, man.
Forefather of this battle rap game, man. We love what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I say that with no extra anything added to it, Brody. Like, I mean that from the heart, man. I've been watching you for a long time. Both of us have, man. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's Young Money, mixtapes, battle rap, the diss records. You know what I'm saying?
YouTube World Star.
Yeah, when you got announced versus K-Sean, man, I lost some money, but I was rooting for you. You know what I'm saying?
My bad,
man.
That was a learning experience for me. And shout out to K-Sean too, man. Shout out to ARP too, man. That was one of my biggest paydays in battle rap, man. I appreciate that opportunity. And I needed that loss. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm mad you lost your money that day, but I needed that loss, man. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
And I appreciate y'all for taking the time out y'all lives to put together some questions and just chop it up with me and have real conversation. I didn't really feel like this was no interview. I just felt like we was just chopping it up, having good convo, and I appreciate that because the conversation couldn't have went like this if y'all wasn't fans.
Yeah, for sure.
Genuinely, like, man, I don't care if you never sell another record in your life, man. I just want to chop it up with you and talk to you, and I got some questions for you. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I appreciate that more than all the other stuff. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate somebody like, yeah, man, I've been here for the whole journey. It's like, damn, because I know my journey. You know what I'm saying? So for you to tell me I've been listening to you since the mixtapes or the DVDs, it's like, damn, that's 2 decades plus.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that. I honor that. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely appreciate both of y'all, you know, even knowing this much of my story. To even ask
We
me
appreciate you
that, you know what I'm
coming on
saying?
our platform and
We'll talk.
Yeah.
everything.
Hey, Millz, before you take off, man, hang out backstage for a minute, bro, if you don't mind, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yo, this has been another episode of OG Fitness Room, man. We out. Peace.
Yep.